I'm pretty fly for a white guy. Give it to me, baby.
Okay, everybody good out there? It's the last day of BPM, and usually the last day is something special, but we're supposed to have actually some DMC champions coming out and doing the performance, and none of them have appeared, believe it or not. DJs, they're always late. Some of you may know that. So you're stuck with me. So what I thought I'll do actually, because you can go around all these exhibitions and you see everybody scratching, everybody's doing a bit of cutting and blah blah blah, and you know, they're mixing it up in their genre music, rock music and that. So I thought, you know what, let me take it right the way back to let you guys have the privilege of understanding why you're so spoiled with it in this abundance today, you know, because back in my day, you did scratching, it was a virus, you know, you weren't touched. So I thought I'm going to give you a little bit of a history lesson, and maybe I'll call a couple of people up, because I know we've got some kids in here today who probably don't even know what a turntable is. I'm only joking, I know you guys know a lot more than us oldies. But basically I want to try and do a one-to-one and get you lot involved. So my name is Cutmaster Swift, by the way, and I'm an ex-DMC World Champion myself. I won way back in 1989. Does anyone know how many years that is? I'm giving you a little maths lesson. No? Nobody wants to say it? Okay. It's about 23, yes, right, someone said that about that. Well done. Yeah, so 23 years ago, I was winning this competition, yeah? And back then, there was nothing, you know. Just imagine, I'm gonna give you a sad story. No internet. 3 TV channels. No MTV. We only had Top of the Pops. Some of us didn't even have colour TVs. Yeah? So I'm giving you a picture now of how things were back then and how fortunate you guys are today. But like most of you young kids out there, I was full of energy, ready to take on the world, not scared of anything, apart from the police, because they could clip you around the ear in my day. And if the police took you home, you'll be guaranteed to get a whipping when you get home as well. It wasn't illegal then. You couldn't go and say, parents are abusing me. It didn't count. That's what they called it the good old days. But anyway, back in them days, I was quite a little rapscallion, you know, rough, tall and all that business. And I had the unfortunateness what changed my life was something called hip-hop. Again, you can Google that. Jay-Z, Kanye, West, all those people you hear are the later products of hip-hop. I'm going to go way back. I'm talking about people like Africa Bambaataa, the Sugarville Gang. And this was one of the first records that I heard. Actually, one of the first records I heard was by a guy called Malcolm McLaren. And he's a pop artist. Anyone know Malcolm McLaren? Used to be with the Sex Pistols and all that. Anyway, he got into hip-hop really early as well. And he came out with this album called The Buffalo Girls. I want you guys to Wikipedia it and, you know, do your Googling thing. You've probably got it on your phones. You can do it right now. If I make a mistake, you can back me up on it. I did say it's 23 years plus, yeah, so my mind's a bit skeptical on some things. But basically, I heard this record, and this was by Africa Bambaataa and the Soul Sonic Force.
Party people, party people.
Now, you lot may know it as electro funk, and some of you might have even heard the beat sampled a million times. But this is the record that got me into hip hop, really.
Yeah.
That's when we did all the body popping and that stuff. Anybody knows this record? Doesn't it sound great for a record that's over 20 odd years old? Eh? By the way, hip hop was the first people, well, apart from the pop artists like Soft Cell and that, they got into the whole electro sound from people like Kraftwerk. This record was influenced by a band called Kraftwerk from the 70s and 80s, yeah? I'm going to get into the whole scratching thing and let you know why it actually came about. But this was around the 80s, yeah? And actually, hip-hop's been going since the 70s, yeah? The early 70s. And they weren't playing records like that, obviously. There was no electronic stuff. These guys were deprived, they were from the Bronx. They had nothing, yeah? So they had to improvise with what they could do to be instrumental and be artists. So they discovered the turntable, the sound system days, and the whole idea of making this be our instrument. And this is how park jams and all the parties and all the warehouse stuff today is all because of these guys who had nothing. because they couldn't get into clubs, you know? To get to clubs back in the day, you had to wear shoes with a certain attire and all this business. Keep going there with a cap on your head and all that. Some of the clubs don't let you do that either, but you get what I'm saying. So, before this music, this is what they were actually rapping to. Music like this music. So yeah, I'm going back. This is like the old stuff. Now, how many of you know the Commodores? Alma Ritchie? Right, I'm going to tell you a little story about everybody, yeah? There's this kind of hypocrisy about success and being real. Being real is like being down with everybody, not making money on the secret, on the slide, but your street cred, everybody's down with you, yeah? And people like the Commodores, Earth, Wind and Fire, Corner Gang, all those people, before the ladies done all that commercial stuff, had some hardcore stuff, some real funk music. This is the Commodores, people. You know, this ain't Lionel Richie singing All Night Long and all that stuff. This is the real stuff that they used to make back in the day. And when you had like a 12-piece band, everybody in the band had a job, you know. They played some drums, guitar and that. None of this sampling and MIDI stuff. It's the real stuff. But anyway, this record has a break, which I'm going to play you. Here's the break. That's the break, a bit. It's where the record strips down, basically. So here's the break. Now you can obviously hear I'm looping it. That's today's DJ, that's how today's DJ did it. But back in the day, they didn't have a computer, they didn't have all that stuff. So they had to find 2 copies of the same record and continuously keep that record running. So I'm going to give you a demonstration of that now. I would talk and do it at the same time, but obviously I'm not a woman, so I'm not gifted in multitasking. So excuse me, ladies.